Mythic Mischief is an asymmetrical tactical strategy game where players take on the role of young mythics. Player turns consist of spending action points to move their allies, enemies, and barricades around the board while trying to avoid the trudging Tomekeeper. Actions can be upgraded by collecting tomes across the board. Win the game by being mischievous enough to get your opponents caught and strategic enough to stay out of reach. Is Mythic Mischief a 1 to 4 player game that deserves your investment? Find out now as we help you hedge your pledge.
Hey, welcome to How It Plays. I'm your host, Anthony.
And I'm Francis.
And today we are jumping into the Mythic Middle School.
We're going back to middle school.
And we are playing Mythic Mischief.
As Mythics.
So we are Mythics. So Mythics are, well, if you wonder what those are, they're actually monsters, really, right?
I guess, yeah.
It's like a school of monsters.
It's like I was going to say it's like a magic school, but it's not really because it's like also monsters.
Yeah, because it's witches and vampires and zombies and monsters. There's actually a group called Monsters in the school. So we are competing against each other in the library.
Right.
In Mythic Middle School. And we are trying to get the Tomekeeper. I guess he's the evil librarian.
He's the keeper of the tomes. Yeah, exactly. He's like an evil... Reminds me of Gru.
He looks like Gru, but he does what the librarian or like the groundskeeper in Harry Potter did. He was always I forget his name. But his cat was Mrs. Norris. I don't remember that much.
Anyway.
So in any case, we're playing to get the Tomekeeper to capture the other players. On your turn, you're going to get to do actions. You can do a mythic phase where you're going to do all your actions and use up all your action points. And then the Tomekeeper is going to walk. He's going to walk in our setup 4 spaces towards each of his destination points.
Right.
And if you look at the table, you'll see the quick setup. It's a very tight board, so things are going to happen here. And I guess that's the intent, right? Because you're trying to...
For sure.
You want to make sure there's conflict here. We've set up bookshelves and clutter according to the rule book. So there's a couple of different standard setups for those, and we just chose one of them and did it. These locations are based on this card. Now this is a before lunch card, and there's a whole deck of those. And they'll tell you where the 3 locations are, where we will be placing tomes for each of the players, and where the respawn points are for each of the players.
Yes, the secret entrances to the library.
Secret entrances. So, because once you get caught, you can get back in. And that's the whole thing. We're trying to do this. Before lunch, we're doing a little bit of this. Yeah. And then after lunch, we're going to do a little bit more.
We're just causing all kinds of mischief.
Yes, it really is. That's what we do here. Once the Tomekeeper gets to the 3rd location, it'll turn to after lunch. 3 more locations will come out. Once the Tomekeeper gets to that 3rd location again, the game's over. Unless one of us reaches 10 points. Yes. How do you get points?
And how do you get points, you might ask? So we are going to get a point every time our opponent is captured by the Tomekeeper, and we will lose some points if we get captured. So it's going to be
if you get captured on your turn.
On your turn, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's it. So we chose 2 different factions to play with. Why don't you go through your faction and tell us what we're doing?
So I played with the Witches, which is actually an expansion. But we wanted to show it to you, and they're really cool. So I wanted to play with them. So the Witches have, I should say, each faction has similar abilities in that you are able to do the same kinds of things, but the way in which you do those things is going to be very different depending on the faction you're playing. So just to give you a quick rundown, I have a move, obviously. I have an action called Enchant, which allows me to move either my allies, and I have 3 on the board, or other players, enemies, in sort of a clockwise direction around me, and that's how I'll be able to move your people. I can manifest, so I can actually take a bookshelf from one location and move it adjacent to another witch that I have on the board. I can distract, which is kind of like our lure action, which you have to. Everybody has that's the same. And I can remodel, which is pretty neat because I can actually move clutter around, and I can move bookshelves around as well. And we'll get into how these action points work, I think, as we start playing.
Yep. So as Francis said, the 4 main actions are all the same. With slight nuances. So everybody moves. Everybody has a way to manipulate the position of yourself and other players. Everybody has a way to move bookshelves, and everybody has a way to attract the Tomekeeper.
Yes.
Once you take your turn, and we each start with so many action points on these little counters here, and they look like dice, but they're not. There's little pips that tell you where they start, and then you match the number above it. That's how many action points you'll have to spend in any way you want across all of your people on your turn. Once you are out of points or you're done taking actions, the Tomekeeper is going to move towards the location. He's going to take the shortest path, and he's going to move up to 4 spaces. So you can tell he's going to travel this way, stop here, and then once he reaches here, he's going to go up to number 2 and number 3. Now, bookshelves are going to move around, so the route will change, but he'll always take the shortest route, and anybody he walks over, he captures and kicks out of the library.
Right.
So that is it. So it's just going to go the Mythic phase, the Tomekeeper phase, and then cleanup, where we're going to be able to upgrade our abilities with any tomes we pick up, and then reset our boards.
Yeah.
We have after lunch special moves, which we'll go over after lunch.
Yes.
So with that, you are player 1. So if you're not player 1, you're player 2, and you're going to have a extra tome to start, because that's the benefit, because she's going to get to go first, so I'm going to have to, you have no control over what happens to you.
Right, yeah.
When it's not your turn, and if the Tomekeeper gets you, he gets you. You can't defend it.
Right.
So it's kind of a disadvantage to go second. That's why I get the extra tome. So you're going to kick us off.
Cool.
And we'll start this game.
Awesome. All right. Let's make some mischief.
Have at it.
Okay. All right. So the way that these action points work, like you kind of alluded to before, is, for example, in my move column or my move row, I have 3 points
Total
of
move points.
3 total move points.
Yep.
And I can spend them however I want to, or not spend them at all. But I'm going to spend 1, and then just dial this down to a 1.
You need to dial it down just a bit.
You need to dial it down. And I'm going to move right here and pick up this tome. And for those of you who are like, I don't really know what a tome is, but I'm just going with it. The tomes are actually books, like they're giant books.
Or tomes.
I don't know. Some people don't know what tomes are.
Tome is a big volume of a book.
It's a very large volume of a book. Okay, so that's going to be 1 movement. Now, I think what I'll do is do my manifest action. So for 1, I'm going to move 1 bookshelf from this witch here to adjacent to this witch over here, and I'm going to block myself off like this.
Not completely. You're not allowed to completely block.
Yeah, I can't just sit there in a barricade, but I can be protected. That's fine. I'll do that, and then I'm going to spend another move point, move down here, collect another tome, and I'll show you what we do with those tomes in just a minute. And I only have 1 more movement point to use. I guess I could come down here. Might as well, right? See, do I want to move you? Not really. Move down here and grab this. There. And that is, I think, everything I'm going to do. I have a movement point left for my enchant. I really wish I could get you over to his path, but at this
it's tough
point,
in the first round,
I can't. Yeah, it's really pretty tough in the first round. Yeah, it's really hard. Okay, so I'll end my movement. So now the Tomekeeper is going to move. And again, he's going to move 4 spaces, quickest route. If there's multiple routes, then the active player gets to choose what route he takes. But he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not going to collect anybody, but he's going to land here on the 1.
Yep, so that
is gone.
So now he's going to head. If he had any additional points left over, he would continue on his path towards number 2.
Right.
So as of right now, the shortest path is actually this way, because these count as 2. So these clutter is just a pile of books. And for movement purposes, they count as 2 movement points, not just 1. Everything else is 1 movement point.
Exactly.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Right.
So obviously he's going to go this path as it stands right now.
Yeah, exactly. Which we'll probably
so that's all he does, and now you do cleanup.
Yep. So I'm going to do my cleanup here. Now, so what can we do with these tomes? What we're going to do with these is use them as little spacers in the front of our row.
But before you put them in, for illustration purposes, every die on your board pushes to the left.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly.
And
we do that automatically. Yeah. Okay. So even though this started here on this pip, it's actually going to move to the left. So if I didn't take a tome and I didn't bump this up again, I would actually not be able to change this back to a 1 when I do my cleanup because there's no digit above it indicating what that should be. So it would just be blank.
Yep.
Luckily for all of you watching, I'm not doing that. So I will put this here for illustration purposes. I will not change the die phase right now. I'm going to move this up to my move.
So this is the value of the tomes. They upgrade your
Yes.
dice, really.
Yeah, like I said, they're like little spacers, kind of.
And they are also the only way to refresh your special ability, because that's going to cost you a tome, and you start with 1 in it.
Yeah.
And you're done for the game until you put more tomes in there.
Exactly. Okay.
Because they're powerful abilities.
All right. So now that I've got those in there, what you're going to do is just check above the little die. And whatever the amount is above it, that's how many you are going to refresh. So that's already on a 1, be 1. And again, this is on 0. So that's it. My cleanup's done.
Okay. So then she's finished. Now it's my turn. So I will. So
I'm
I
at your
know.
mercy.
I know he's but you're really like tucked away, so it's kind of hard to get you out of there. So I could.
Yeah, I feel like at the beginning of the games, we always start so far apart.
Yeah.
Like for strategy reasons.
Yeah, I know. But it is what it is. So I'm going to use all my movement points. This is going to be tough. But I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 and grab a tome. Because I got to catch up with tomes. I'm going to use lure. And that's just a nearby enemy. Not even a nearby. I'm sorry. Lure has no range with vampire lure.
Yeah.
And for every point that I spent 1 point. I can lure a person, friend or foe, towards me. So I brought her over 1. Isn't really going to help me, but and then I'm going to. I think I'll probably move a bookshelf. I guess there's not really point in moving that bookshelf. But like the way I move them, I can slide them around me like that if I wanted to. Not like that's really going to help me or anything, but that's it. So those are all my points. He's going to go. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and continue to work his way up. I'm going to. Yeah, I didn't have enough points to really do anything fun. So I'm going to use my upgrades. Let's see. I'll go here for 1, and I'll go movement for 1, because that's what you need. Lots of movement. 2, 3, 1, and 0.
Okay.
That's it. It goes back to you.
Yeah. All
So
right.
go ahead.
Okay. I'll probably regret doing this later. All right. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to spend all of my movement points.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. So I'm going to use all of these guys to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Land on this clutter, right? Then I'm going to use my manifest. And I'm going to take this wall and move it from this adjacent witch to this one here. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I knew where you were trying to go.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was like trying to do that.
Yeah.
So, and he is not blocked in. We're not blocking anything off, but it is severely impacting his route, which is okay with me for now, anyway. And then I can enchant if I want to, but I don't think I do. It would be nice if I could scoot you like down 1, but this is a clockwise situation. So, yeah, should I check that? Actually, it is counterclockwise too. So I can actually do my enchant, right? And I can move you from here, because you're neighboring, meaning you're like orthogonally adjacent, and I can move you counterclockwise to here.
Gotcha.
On the clutter, right? Mm-hmm. I think I can do that. I'm thinking whether we can move you onto clutter or not.
You can. You should be able to. In most cases, you can.
I think you can. I know there's some cases that you can't, but we're doing it. So.
Why not?
Now I am done. So I think I will. And you know what I could do, like just to make that super legal. What I could do actually is instead of using my enchant, right? I could 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do my rearrange, right? I'm going to do that instead. So I'm going to do my remodel, which allows me to rearrange 2 bookshelves and 1 clutter anywhere in the library. So I'm going to move this clutter, like to over here, and I'm going to move this bookshelf right here. You following me? And I can move 1 other bookshelf, but I don't really need to, so I don't feel like I should. I feel like I should not. I mean, I could. But I won't. Okay. All right, so I'm done. Ready?
Yeah.
So he's going to go boom, capture, boom, capture. He's just walking all over these guys. Boom. How good was that?
That's a good move.
Right?
Yeah.
That's 3 points.
3 points.
And now I've got a lot of people.
Now you got people just stuck.
Hopefully she can just like hide in the bookshelf.
She should be able to.
Should be able to. We'll see. Yeah, there shouldn't be any reason for you to have to go all the way around and get her, but we'll see. You could. I'm sure you can.
Oh, I'll
you
get
can
her out.
manage
Don't
something.
worry.
So yeah, because the thing is now you're going to be able to bring your people back out, but you can only bring them out in these like secret passageways, kind of like entrances. And one of them happens to be like right up
right
to the
there,
Tomekeeper,
where I can manipulate. I can at least get one of you where I need you to be.
That's
for now.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to reset, and it is your turn.
Okay, so let's start. I'll put one here. I'll put one here.
I figured.
And I guess I could put one here. Or I could put him here where he's safe. I know I won't get caught again. But what I can do is I can lure for sure.
Yeah, I like these games where you can sort of
2.
benefit from.
I'm going to do
coming
a
back from
conceal and move this over. So this was here, right? That's not good. Because I can only move it here, and that's not really going to help me. So that was 1, 2. Yeah, that's actually, I'm fine with that.
Right. You can't move it here because that would block off a section of the library.
Right, but I can move 2 spaces and go 1, 2. And then I can use my trance. And my special trance move allows me to move neighboring enemies up to 2 spaces in any one direction.
One direction.
Yeah.
I mean, you can move me onto the 2.
Yeah, that'll do it, but... Well, hold on, before I move. Yep, because I'm going to go back. So while I'm here still, I'm going to do a lure. And that will lure you up towards me. Because you're within my... It doesn't matter where you are. I can do this from any...
Yeah.
But it has to be towards me. And then I'll move my 2.
Yeah.
1, 2, and then I'll do my make you move.
Smart. Yeah.
Now I get 2 of that back.
Okay.
And I'll use my last move to move here and collect this tome.
Very good.
All right, now he goes 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, and he's going to go back for 4
Towards the
because
number 3
he's going
spot.
back towards the number 3 spot. These 2 are off the board. I get
Is that
2 points for that. And I get an upgrade. So what do I want to upgrade? I'm going to upgrade Distract.
nice? Ah, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. It is good. It's good.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. Okay, so then it is up to you.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to come out here and thinking ahead. Yeah, like I already have kind of a person down here. I'll go here because that will give me a lot of bookshelves to move, maybe. Okay. So I will start by moving you here. No, I can't. I can't do that.
You have to be adjacent to me.
Okay, well,
So you're gonna move.
one.
Yeah.
Do I want to move her? Why do I want to move her? Alright, I'll move her. One. And then I'll move you there. Does that work?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll use another movement to go here. Pick up this. And then I have to get out of dodge. Like, big time. Big time, big time. I could do a manifest. Maybe. Because the thing is, depending on, like, I'm going to get him, well, I'm going to get him here and then we're going to go after lunch. He's not actually going to have any extra moves to move towards
No,
the
he's
center.
going to have just enough.
So I don't know if I really have to worry about that or not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I really don't need to do anything else.
He's going to hold off?
Yeah. I mean, I hate not using, like, moves, but also...
You don't know where
it's
you
not,
want to be.
I don't know where I want to be
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, so...
Like, I don't know. Like, I could... I'm saying, like, I could move one of these, maybe, or something, just to, like, kind of protect myself.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not worth it right now, so I'm just going to leave it.
Okay.
Okay, so he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. That goes to you. And I get 1.
Mm-hmm.
That goes away.
Yep.
And after lunch begins. Right?
After lunch begins. Yep.
Okay.
All right, so first thing we do is remove all the remaining tomes from the board. And you can do your upgrades.
I'm going to do my reset here.
And then we're going to flip the after lunch card up and the before lunch card down. So what we're going to do is we're going to populate new tomes. 1, 2, 3. So those tomes right on your space.
Mm-hmm.
Tome there. There. Oh, there's only 3 tomes
Oh,
now.
me do mine.
Yeah.
And up here.
Yep.
Okay.
And now we have 3 new locations.
Oh my goodness. His
Yep.
first location's right here.
So location there.
Yeah. Here.
Location 2 is here.
And location 3 is where I'm
3
standing.
is right on you. Oh wow, that's very good.
Okay.
Hmm.
What are you gonna do? Interesting.
Well, it's not that I
Well,
can.
that's not great for me.
I really can't move you
Oh, that's true.
onto there.
Actually, this isn't bad at all.
So I'm going to bring him out. Now there's new spawn locations, so you have to be worried about that as well. So I guess I'll bring him in. I can bring him in right here. And that's fine. So what do I want to do? Oh, just so you know, it's after lunch now. So my movements, actually, I'm going to bring him in
Yeah.
right here.
Okay.
So my special
okay.
ability is I collect 1 blood token for
right.
every enemy I pass over. At the end of my turn, I can trade each blood for a dice upgrade.
Oh, that's so cool.
So they get stronger.
Yeah.
So I'm clearly going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3. I think I'll stop there.
Okay.
4. I can't stop on you, right? So I'll spend 4 of my movement and go 1, 2, 3, 4. and I collect 2 blood
Collecting
tokens.
a little bit of blood.
Yeah, so he's biting them as he passes over them. My last move will be to bring him here and collect that one for that upgrade. And I can move somebody. That's a shame. I should have put my guy here. I could have lured her right up here.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. So I'm just thinking he's going to go there, and then he's going to go
Back towards the 2.
probably go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I could do it either way. So how do I want to do this? So I'll move no, because what's going to happen is I'll create a tunnel. He'll come right at me. Yeah, we don't want to do that. So I will. I'm just going to move this one here. I don't know if we're allowed to block off areas, though. I don't
You're
think
not.
You are.
Yeah, you can't do that.
But I can put that here, right? Or down here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just do that. And hold on, because
Okay.
I'm thinking now. I'm out of moves.
You just
now.
started?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I can't get you out of there. Oh well, I'll leave
You
it.
can't?
I could have.
Respawn then.
Possibly.
Just respawn.
No, because
That's okay.
I'm too many moves
too
into
far
it.
into it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
could have probably gotten him to get you, but it's not a big deal.
What about a distract? Oh, well, that wouldn't count either, would it? Wouldn't matter.
No.
Yeah.
So it's not
Okay.
going to do it. So he's just going to go. Actually, yeah, there's nothing I can do. So he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. All right, so I can trade these 2 in for dice upgrades, and I have this one. So, well, one of them I'm going to put down here for my trance, and I'll give myself another. Oh wow, that's an expensive upgrade. I think I want movement upgrades. Those are really good. Bookshelves are kind of lame. I'll max out my movement. Okay,
How's that?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Oof. All right, yeah, your turn.
Okay. All right. So I think I'll use a movement. Go here. Then I'll use my distract to pull you up here. And then I'll use 2 to go here. Pick up that. And then use my manifest to move this. Yeah, I'll move this here. Actually, maybe I'm gonna move this one instead. Like that. You know what I mean? And that way I can use my enchant to move you counterclockwise there.
You moved 2 of my guys?
I only moved one.
You moved
Just
him.
this guy. Yeah, you moved him with distract.
Oh, with distract. No, distract only works on the Tomekeeper.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, not on me.
Oh, that's right.
I
That's right.
I
That's
wasn't
right.
paying attention. I thought you used your other move on me.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Shoot. Okay. So let me take that back then. Boop. So this is gonna go there, right?
I don't think that was there.
That was here.
Yeah.
Okay. And he was there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Darn it. Well, I'm gonna stay. I have to take this all back. We have to go all the way back.
Mm-hmm.
So I was here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in that case, what I'll do is I will use my manifest, right?
Mm-hmm.
To move this
Mm-hmm.
to... Well, wait a minute. Okay. I'm just thinking of how to do this in a... That way I can go 1, 2, 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I can use my manifest to move this here. So we're kind of doing the same thing, right?
Okay.
You with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will use my enchant to move you here again.
Okay.
So we're doing all the same stuff.
Right.
Except I'll use my distract to pull the
Pull him
Tomekeeper down.
Gotcha.
See what I mean?
Yep.
That was what I was going to do, but I thought I could do this other way, and I can't. So.
No, you were trying to do things you weren't allowed
I
to
was
legally
thinking,
do.
yeah,
but
exactly.
That's okay.
Because we're sort of in the same place. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's still gonna land on the 2. Yeah, in my head I was like, which guy do I want to take? But in the end, I could only really take one anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then, assuming he's gonna move back 1, 2, 3, 4. I could stay here, or I could move 2 more. But I kind of like where I'm at. I only have 2, so I can't even really get to that tome without being like next to you. And right now I'm protected by barricade. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll come down here. Boop. On my clutter spot. For 2.
Okay.
That's it. So
All
he's
right.
gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
There. Did I get my point for that?
I don't remember.
And I'll place my tome here. And reset everything. Your turn.
All right. Okay. So I've got to get this guy back on the board. So I guess I can bring him out here.
Okay.
And 2. Wow. Okay. So I'll do this. I'll go 3, 2. I'll get 2 moves here.
Okay.
And I'm going to bring this with conceal down here.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to move
Oh, wow. Look at you.
2
and all your
more.
movement points.
I'll go 1, 2, scoop
Okay.
that, and take
Alright.
some blood from you. And I've got more movements, so let's see. I'll go to 4, 3, 1, 2. Get him out of harm's way. And what I'll do is... Let me go back one space, back to 4.
You're going to move back
I'm
here.
gonna move back to here because I'm gonna lure her with lure towards me, which is
Okay.
that way.
Okay.
And then
Then what?
I'm gonna go 3-2 and go 3-2. And then I'm going to use trance. What trance does is it moves all neighboring people 2 spaces in any direction.
Neighboring? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's like omnidirectional.
Like that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then I have 2 more movements left. 1-0.
That's pretty cool because they're like, I'm in a trance.
I know. I'll go 1.
How did I get into this trance?
And I'll go 1 for all my moves. And then...
It'd be cool if it was like dance music, like trance music.
Trance music?
Like neighboring enemies will.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I made him a little tunnel.
You did.
So she comes off.
Okay.
I get a point for that.
Nice.
I get an upgrade for my blood. I can use this tome to refill that. And I'll just get another lure. Actually, I like this lure. This is a good one. I should have upgraded that bigger last time. But not enough time. All right, so it is your turn.
Okay. All right. So I think try to maximize what's going on here. Definitely have to move her out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to start by doing my manifest. No, not my manifest, my enchant. And I'm going to enchant you all the way over here. Boop. Counterclockwise.
Oh, yes, okay.
Here, because he was here. So he's going to go there.
Yep.
Then I'm going to use a movement to go here. And I'm going to rearrange 2 bookshelves and 1 clutter. And I'm going to take... It's like, what kind of path do I want to make? I'll take, like, this one, go there. That's really all I needed to do, actually. Yeah, I could have actually used my manifest instead to do that. Maybe I'll do that. Not that I think I'm going to... No, I'm not. No, I will. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna land this time. So it doesn't really matter. But let's just, instead of taking that from wherever I took it, did I take it from there? I don't even know. Take it from here. This adjacent to this adjacent, right? So do that instead. Yeah, see, I wish I had another enchant, because I could scoop you, like, back up there, but I guess he's going to catch you anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
You let him catch me?
You're so silly.
It wasn't me.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I guess that's kind of it.
Yeah, I'm like
right?
trying to figure out what
I know.
you're
I'm
trying
like,
to do here.
I want to see if I can get any more of your guys into my lair, but I don't think I can. So we'll just call it. This is going to be it. Oh, I didn't even put this guy back out.
You can't. You can, yes, but you never even used your hex either, which is kind of interesting.
I didn't. Yeah, well, the thing is, so my hex, my after lunch special is once per turn I can drop Bewitched, which is this thing, under any of my witches. So, like, I could put it here, for example. And I can move off of this, but anybody who moves on here cannot be moved by another player. So
it's like makes you safe.
Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, for this particular game, I didn't really need it. So, and it's hard to plan that far ahead anyway. So it's hard to make a good decision there. All right, so I will I'll just call it because I think I can move you, or I can move the Tomekeeper 1, 2, 3, 4, and end this thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do just that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That goes to you. Boom. He is done.
He's done.
One
more point. And that ends the game.
That is it.
Once he gets to the third section in the After Lunch Special, the game ends. And the person or player with the most tomes
is the winner.
It's the winner.
And that's me.
That would be you. That would be you today.
Today.
All right.
All right. Let's go wrap it up.
Okay. Well, folks, there you have it. That is Mythic Mischief.
We caused so much mischief.
We did. There was all sorts of Mythic Mischief happening in this library.
Yes.
So, just to recap a few things. So, this game will be live on Gamefound tomorrow morning. So, this is going to be this video.
Depending on when you're watching this, it might already be
this
there.
video will post Monday night. This thing is going live on Gamefound tomorrow morning. Also, note if you didn't notice the tag in the beginning, this is a paid promotional video for Mythic Mischief. We just want to make sure we disclose that so you understand that this is really a demonstration of the gameplay, really a demonstration of the components, and that's it. None of our thoughts are here.
I think it's never really been our thing to give you guys like our opinions on Kickstarters anyway, but hopefully, as always, it gives you a good idea of whether or not this belongs in your collection.
Right, and whether or not you're interested enough to go and check it out on Gamefound. We'll leave the link below so that you can go get there. A couple things that you might want to note with the game itself. We showed you 2 of the 4 base game factions.
We showed you one of the 4
base game. Good correction. One of the 4 base game factions, the vampires. There's also the zombies. There's the wizards, and there's the
like Frankenstein monsters.
Yes, they're monsters. It's just called monsters.
They call them the Franks.
Yes. Well, they call them Frankenstein's monsters. You're actually right. So monsters, the wizards, the zombies, and then of course I played the vampires. You've got the 2 expansions that we have here, witches and the trolls.
Yep.
And there was 1 additional faction during the campaign. It's called the Ghost faction. So there will be 7
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
total. These are close to the final components, which obviously you can tell the quality here. They are pretty damn nice. I can be honest and open about that. There's really no bias there. Good looking components, solid. There's also going to be game trays. With the inserts for all components and all factions, mini base detailing. So there's definitely more going into the campaign than what you see here. Additional game modes, solo mode, blitz mode, tournament mode, with all new sets of rules to kind of spice things up a little bit.
Yeah. So I mean, you can play this with more than 2 people.
Yeah.
It gets a little bit different when you play with more, because you'll actually play with like 4 factions if you want to play with 4 players.
Right.
It just tightens up the board a lot.
Sure does.
So.
Yep. So if you didn't notice, these are dual layer player boards. It's always something I like to note personally when looking at the quality of components in a game. But in any case, we hope you got everything you needed from this video and you are ready to make a decision.
We hope this helped you hedge your pledge.
Hedge your pledge,
I still want like an audience in the background to be like, hedge your pledge.
Well, maybe we could film this in front of a live studio audience one day. Who knows? You never know. So, link down below, Gamefound. Go check it out. That's Mythic Mischief.
Yeah.
Coming tomorrow morning.
All right.
Thanks for watching. We hope to see you next time.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Take care.